Zebe, welcome to my first ranking. Band Can from Germany. Krautrock, kosmische Musik. At the bottom, I don't even own it. It's Right Time, the reunion album. It sucks. Next we have Out of Reach. By this time, Holger Zakai quit the band, and they got Roscoe Guy and Rebop Kouabois from Traffic with them. There are some good songs on this album. The last song, One More Day, fantastic. Give Me No Roses sucks. 7 Days Awake is very good, and the rest is not that good. But I'm glad I have it. Third worst, Flow Motion, their Sellouts album with the mega hit I Want More and More and More and More and More. It's not a bad album per se. It lags a little on the title track, but it's good. They played very excellent live concerts during this period, 1976. Don't start with this album, but it's a good album. I Want More is good. Cascade Waltz is good. Laugh Till You Cry, Live Till You Die is not so good. And a pointless reprise of I Want More, just called And More. Babylonian Pearl is a good song. One of the EFS series, Smoke, is good. And the 10-minute Closer Flow Motion, it's a good album. Then Can Landed, also a good album. Cool picture here. From 1975, and there were only 4 members left. Not so much vocals on this album. There are some, if I'm not mistaken. You have Full Moon on the Highway. It's an okay song. Half Past One is a very good song. Hunters and Collectors, I hate that song. It's that one got vocals. Vernal Equinox, very good song. Red Hot Indians, very good song. And their most musique concrete piece called Unfinished. We move on. So Delights. I think around here we kind of start to see the cracks in Can. But I like this album very much. Fans in general seems to dismiss the last Can albums, or every Can album, after Damu Suzuki left the band, which is a shame because they are very interesting. Don't Say No, it's a great song. Sunshine Day and Night, it's okay. Call Me, it's good. Animal Waves, excellent song. Fly By Night, a beautiful song. Listen to Fly By Night, it's a beautiful, beautiful song. So Delights. I lost count, but yes, it's probably too low for many. Tagu Magu, the legendary album, it is good, it is very good. It is on most of your top 1 Can albums. I can understand it, but to me there are a lot of filler on this album. Go through the songs. Open with Paper House, a classic, very good. Mushroom, yes, 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 very good. Oh yeah, it's a classic. Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Listen to Hallelujah, it's insane. And then LP2, we got Om, very music concrete and goes about nowhere. We have Pecking O, similar improvisation, music concrete-ish song. And we end up with a beautiful song called Bring Me Coffee or Tea. Maybe I'm being a bit unfair ranking this in the middle, but I've listened to it one too many times. Next we have Eggyazi, which also is one of the fan favorites. People recommending Can, they tell you Tagomago and they tell you Eggyazi. Always. They never mention any other album. It is a very good album, but it's a little patchy. And I feel it's a little rushed. They compiled it very quick. They just added a couple of singles, like Spoon on it. But okay, we'll go through the songs. Pinch, it's a good opener. Very free floating, krauty, jazzy, proggy. Good opener. Sings one song, beautiful song. Listen to it, check it out. One More Night, One More Saturday Night. It's an excellent song. Vitamin C, their super hit, the hip song. If you haven't heard Vitamin C, you have missed out on a whole genre of music. Then we come to Soup, which is more of the avant-garde stuff, improvisational stuff. I like this song. I'm So Green. It's a beautiful song, short, beautiful song. And then the single Spoon, which also, if you don't know it, take a listen. It's fantastic. We move on. Can Zoom over Babaluma, their first album with no lead vocalists. Well, this guy and this guy starts singing, and they sing good. I like this album very, very, very much. And I regret a little that I bought the remasters, because some of the earlier Zoom editions actually sounds better. I had some of these on vinyl. They didn't sound that good. I think American pressings. Not sure who released them in Germany. Maybe Ur. I'm not sure. And here they're cutting their hair off. He's not on cocaine. He's not smoking drugs. He's not drinking until he cries and falls asleep. He's not on acid. Holger Sukai, rest in peace. He was a student of Karl-Heinz Stockhausen. Their drummer, rest in peace, Jackie Lips. I can't pronounce it. Great picture of Inner Space, their studio, where everything were recorded, edited and mixed. Son of a Babaluma. The song's Dizzy Dizzy. It's a great song. Como Está La Luna. It's also a great song. Splash. It's insanely good. Probably their drummer's ID. If you're into something wild and crazy, check out Splash. Chain Reaction. Some very good parts. My problem with this song is probably the vocals, but there is very little vocal on it, thank God. And they end with Quantum Physics, which is a freak out. song. Very good. Next, their last album of the 70s and regarded as their last album. Not everybody counts their 80s reunion album. This one is usually also regarded very low in their discography. To me, it's a masterpiece. I could highly recommend all of side A as among their very best. All Gates Open, fantastic. Safe, oh, I love that song. Sunday Jam, it's brilliant. Then side B, Sodom, it's good. Respectable, it's good. One more of the EFS series, it's good but kind of nonsense. And sadly, the last two short songs, Ping Pong, it's just ping pong balls in stereo from left to right for 25 seconds. And the last song is Can Be, which in reality is just stolen from a classical composer. I don't remember the title. But again, people seem to rate this very low. I rate it in their top 5. Top 4, we have the Patchwork album Can Soundtracks, which features both the original vocalist Malcolm Mooney and Damo Suzuki. It's a very, very, very good album. To me, one of their important albums. The Warrior. This remaster sounds very good to me. We'll go through the songs. Deadlock, fantastic. Tango Whiskey Man, fantastic. Deadlock, fantastic. Don't Turn the Light On, Leave Me Alone, it's great. Soul Desert, incredibly good, fantastic. Mother Sky, check out Mother Sky, wow. Mother Sky, it's kind of proto Tagomagu, and it beats everything on Tagomagu. And it ends with a beautiful ballad called She Brings the Rain, which I also recommend you take a listen to if you don't know it. Can Soundtracks. And then their third best, yes, of course, Future Days. This one is regarded by many as one of their very, very best albums. It's the last one with Damo Suzuki on vocals. And it's a very ambient album, very calming and very beautiful. It's a very beautiful album. Can at their most fragile. From start to finish, it's fantastic. 4 songs, Future Days, incredible. Spray, it's very good. Moonshake, a short, good song. And a 20-minute masterpiece, Bel Air. Listen to the song Future Days and Bel Air. Wow. Full dive. And then, second best Can album. Yes, their debut album. Monster Movie. Freak Out. This is where it all started officially. Beautiful album. And a very cool alternative cover with Malcolm Mooney, who sadly left very early on. The story goes that his psychiatrist told him to leave the band, and I've read a story that he had a freak out. I'm not sure if it were under a concert or in a studio or whatever, but he just kept on repeating something like um, up and down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs. And this went on for a couple of hours. But you know, Germany in the 70s, they had very good LSD. But yeah, weird that his psychiatrist told him to quit. Only 4 songs, they are all excellent. Father Cannot Yell, I love it. Mary Mary, So Contrary, take a listen to that one. Outside My Door, it's very good. And the 20 minutes opus, You Do Right, or You Do Right. You do right, you do right. And number 1, okay, maybe I'm cheating, because this weren't released until 1981. But it's their first album, or their first recordings, which weren't released in 68. It's called Delay 68 here, but I read it's called Delay 68, 69 other places. It's one hell of an album. From start to finish, it's a masterpiece. Butterfly, yeah, take a listen. Plume, a short little wacky diddly-doodly-doo. 19th Century Man, fantastic. Thief, take a listen to Thief. It's so good. Man Named Joe, it's fantastic. Uphill, oh my god, it's great. And Little Star of Bethlehem, wow. Take a listen to Little Star of Bethlehem. So there you have it. I'm not counting this unlimited edition because it's a compilation, outtakes and leftovers from 68 to 75. If you're a fan of Can, of course you need it. It was first released on a limited edition vinyl called Can Limited Edition. Then later they branched it out as a double LP, and it features a lot of material, from normal songs to more improvisation. Songs worth mentioning: I'm to Lee's, it's great. Blue Bag, The Empress and the Ukraine King, brilliant song. Mother Updove, wow. Cutaway, that's a throwaway from Tagomago, I believe. And some later song, Ibis, it's good. If you're a fan of Can, you know you need it, or you know you of course have it. It's a compilation called Cannibalism 2. I'm glad I have it, because it had one song not released on any other albums, called Melting Away. It's only 1.5 minutes. And they feature the 2 singles with Damu Suzuki, Turtles Have Short Legs, fantastic, and Shikaku Maru 10. So there's 3 rarities. And I recommend you try to find these editions, probably made in the early 90s, late 80s. Most of them sound better than the remasters. And here we have the singles. I didn't think I were going to buy this album, but I found out, hey, it's the 7-inch versions, remixes, single edits, and everything. And again, you have Shikatu Maru 10, Turtle Have Short Legs, which isn't on any album. And you have Silent Night, which also isn't on any album. And Return, I don't think is on any album. And you get one song from their dreadful album Right Time, which I rate the lowest, Hula Hula. And another holy grail, if you love Can, you have to have the Lost Tapes. I won't go too much into details here, but I'd say 70 or 80% of this is just as good as their best stuff on their best albums. And I read a story that they cut it down to 3 full CDs. Originally, they had about 50 or 60 hours of outtakes. So let's hope they continue this as a series. I know they have done 2 live recordings, which I still need to get, and they recently announced a third one live from 76, a single one. Yes, I need to get those. But Can, the Lost Tapes, if you like Can and don't own this, hurry, 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 get it. I have 2 copies. I have this, the big edition, and I have the little digipack. I won't go through the songs, but all of this one, fantastic. All of this 2, fantastic. Disc 3, some very good stuff. I need to listen a little bit more on the last disc, but the first 2 discs is in my top something. It's fantastic. And we'll end with the first solo album of their keyboard player. It's called Toy Planet. It is good, but it's not Can. Irmin Schmidt and Bruno Spueri. 1971. Good album, but it's not Can. I'm also gonna buy the soundtrack albums that Irmin Schmidt released in the 80s. And those live albums. So there we have it. Can, worst the best. Later.